When I need a gift and I need it quick, what do? I make sublimated coffee mugs. They're easy, they're quick, they're beautiful, and you know what? I love them. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make sublimated coffee mugs using Canva for your design and using the Cricut Mug Press to press your mug and make it hot. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get to it. Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa S. of By Vanessa S. and welcome to my channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. You know, sometimes you just need a quick gift, or you need a gift for someone and you want it to be a little bit unique and just you, right? And so making sublimated coffee mugs is, to me, one of the easiest things that you can do, especially if you already have everything on hand. This is an easy make because all you need is a ceramic mug, some sublimation paper. You need a mug press. I use Cricut Mug Press. You also need a design program, and I use Canva for my design. So Canva for the design, a coffee mug, sublimation paper, and an actual mug press. And like I said, in my case, I use a Cricut Mug Press, and you're done. All you need is your imagination and the things that you can do just with the design. You can make coffee mugs like no other, like designs that no one else will have. And so in this video, that's what I'm going to show you. So I already have a design made, so I'm just going to take you over there and show you how I did it. So come make a sublimated mug with me. Okay, so you want to start with a regular plain coffee mug. And I wash the cup, but I also wipe it down with some alcohol, just a little bit of alcohol, just to get any oils or debris off of it before I start working with it. Now, I'm not married to any brand of sublimation paper, but this sublimation paper is the one that I use more frequently. I get it off of Amazon. I'll put the information in the description box. So I already have a design that I created in Canva. I was making a cup for my friend who has a new podcast, and I wanted to share with her. So I wanted to do something. I was going to see her, and so I wanted to do something for her. And so I created this design because it has a podcast, but it also has the name of her show. And I'm going to put a shameless plug in here. If you like podcasts about self-help, check out Self-Help and Love. Check out her podcast. It's called Imperfect Love, and it's really cool with Dr. Carla Manley. So after having said that, but like I said, I have the design. So I'm going to print the design on my EcoTank printer, the sublimation printer. After it's completed its printing and has dried, which only takes a few seconds, I would normally use the print then cut feature on my Cricut Maker 3. But for some reason it wasn't working today. So I had to do the old-fashioned way of cutting paper with my paper cutter. Sometimes you just have to, sometimes you just have to be flexible, right? And that's what I did. So I cut the paper down to match the size of the mug. And as you can see, the mug and the paper are the same size. Now the size is 8 by 4 by 25. 8 by 4.25 is the sizing for a 12-ounce cup. Now this is a tip for you. What I do, because I want straight lines and I don't want any stray heating, what I do is I will take a strip of tape and put the strip of tape on each side of the handle. And when you do that, it allows you to place the actual design on the cup evenly. And so once you tape the design down, it's level on each side. There's a balance on each side, and so you don't have to worry about whether or not it's too far to the left, too far to the right, or whether or not the edges are getting printed and heated properly. So that's a tip that I do. I put a strip of tape on each side of the handle. Then after I put the strip of tape on each side of the handle, then I will add the sublimation design. And so I put that on using the tape. Now here's another tip for you. Make sure that when you put the design on your cup, it's the right side, like going from left to right. You want to make sure that it's right side up, meaning that if you don't want your design to be, if you have an arrow pointing up, you don't want the arrow pointing down, right? So you want to make sure that it's properly on the cup. Now, take that from someone who has made the mistake of having their cup designed upside down. When you get ready to print your design, you want to make sure that your mirror feature is on. And the reason for that is once you print it, you want the design to go from left to right. But if you print it without the mirror, your design is going to go from right to left. So you want to make sure that the mirror is on so that your design is facing the way it's supposed to be on the mug. Okay, so when you're placing the tape on your cup, now this is heat transfer tape, and the reason why you're using this tape is because it holds the heat. So you want to make sure that you tape it down thoroughly. I start with taping it from the side, and then I will smooth it around, and then after I smooth it around, I'll tape it on the other side. So for me, normally it's the left side, then I'll tape it on the right side. Now I will also trim the edges on the top and trim the edge on the bottom. And then after I trim the edge on the top and trim the edge on the bottom, then I tape it down, and I'll take the tape and I'll press it down all the way around the top, all the way around the bottom. Now, as you're doing this, you might find that your paper is a little bit loose. Just smooth it out with your hand. And then as you're going around towards the other side, whether you're going right to left, when you're smoothing your paper out by hand, once you get to the end, adjust the tape on the end because you want it to be as tight as possible. You don't want it to move at all. Now that you have the cup totally taped, totally wrapped, and it's secure, now you want to put it in your heat press. Now, I take my heat press and I'll turn it on, and of course you have to let it heat up. I find just adding a small piece of the butcher paper to cover the cup and put it in between the heat press and the cup helps a lot when it comes to discoloration and not, permanently damaging my my heat press, my Cricut Mug heat press. About 6 minutes for it to press. Once the lights go off and you start hearing the signal, it's time to take it out. And then I just set it to the side. Now it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for the cup to totally cool. And you want it to be totally cool to touch. You don't want it to be hot because you will burn yourself. So you want it to be cool to touch. And I know it's easy to, get very anxious and want to see what it looks like. Okay, so now it's time for the reveal. And voila, there it is. And to be honest, it's even more beautiful because the colors are just popping. Now I'm going to show you some other coffee mugs that I've made that I just absolutely love. And I just want you to see them. And I want you to see the range of things that you can do. So between Design Space and Cricut and Canva, I make really, really, really good coffee mugs. And these are great gifts, awesome gifts, things that you can do in a pinch, things you can think of. I mean, they're just awesome. So again, thank you for watching.